Good morning, everybody. So this is what I'm going to try to affectionately name Tidbit Tuesday. So I'm not an expert in strategies these days. I know I've been out of the classroom a little while, but I'm trying to study up and just share some things that have worked for me in the past and that I've seen work for other people really well. One area that I know that we struggle with and that is very important is discussions and questioning with students, among students, and dialogue with students. And it's one area that we struggle with, especially with our 4th graders, 5th graders, because that's something that they sometimes don't do normally on their own, naturally on their own. So one strategy I've seen used really successfully and that I've tried on my own that works well is sometimes kind of planting a prompt with students, whether they're working in small groups or whether they're in a whole class discussion, especially with some of our students with special needs or students who might be particularly shy or just don't participate a lot. This might be a good way of encouraging participation for them or giving them some ideas if they just don't know how to participate. So what you would do is just give them a prompt card. I think I've talked to some of you about this maybe in some of our conversations. So you could do it in any subject area. And it would just prompt them of some time during the conversation that they might be able to plug this in there, depending on what you're talking about or what your subject area is. So maybe one would be the main character is like me because. So if you're doing an ELA book talk or they're in small groups or in a main group, a big group, your student could have this, it could be on a small paper, nobody has to even see it, index card or something hidden on their desk, and sometime during the class you're encouraging them to fit that in somehow, if they can. Another one, I think, just encouraging them to make a connection somehow and give their input into the discussion. I agree with so-and-so because I wonder why the Iroquois trying during that social studies discussion to make a connection and increase that dialogue with their classmates by giving their input and their ideas and furthering the discussion. Math, I know it's sometimes more difficult, but giving them the prompts again to give them some ideas of how they can get involved in the dialogue. I can explain my answer. As sometime during the class, oh, I know this one, I'm good at this one, I can explain that one, how I got to my answer. I reached my answer a different way. Maybe a student got the same answer but a different way, and they could explain that. So that's just a quick strategy that I've used. I know when students get to a higher level, maybe 6th grade, if they're in lit circles or in different bigger dynamics, some of our students are not comfortable sharing, and if you give them a little thing, hey, sometime during class today I want you to give this prompt. And some kids it might have to be a fact-based answer per se. Here's the tidbit you're going to share today. And you're just telling them what to say so they don't have to really be racking their brains, what am I going to say I thought today? It might be the answer. One fact that they're going to share with their classmates today, but they're participating. And it's going to build up their confidence so later they're going to think of these things to say because it's modeled for them. I also found online math expressions. This is Math Talk Community. There's some really great strategies in here on how to build this in within your math classrooms, because that's one that's really difficult to do. How to get students sharing their thought process throughout math. So I'd be happy to copy this for those of you who are teaching math if you would like a copy, and you can read that and get some ideas from there too. So happy Tuesday. I hope that maybe some of this, if you hadn't thought of these strategies, maybe it'll be something you can try. And if you do, let me know how it goes. Have a great day.